When a panic attack hits, it can feel like it comes out of nowhere, right? Your heart races, your breath shortens, your hands might shake, you feel dizzy or sick or out of control. And all you want in that moment is to make it stop. But what if instead of asking, how do I stop this? You asked, what is this panic trying to tell me? What's underneath it? Because panic attacks aren't random. They're not just about what's happening right now. They are a message from your nervous system saying, I don't feel safe. I'll give you examples from clients I work with. One woman came to me because she felt panicked every time she wasn't in control. Even small things like a change of plans, something being late or not fully prepared would send her into a wave of anxiety or panic. When we explored her story, we discovered that her growing up, her home didn't feel safe. Her parents weren't emotionally present. And from a young age, she felt it was up to her to hold everything together, especially for her young sister. She became the responsible one, the fixer, the protector. The nervous system learned, if I'm not in control, no one is, and that's not safe. So as an adult, even when she was technically safe, her body would still sound the alarm in any moment that felt uncertain or unpredictable. Her panic wasn't irrational, it was protective. It was her nervous system doing what it had always done, keeping her safe in the only way it knew how. Another woman reached out because she felt nervous and unsettled every time she was around her animals. It didn't make any sense to her. She loved them. She wasn't afraid of them. But her body would go into overdrive, like shallow breath, anxiety, tension. When we explore her story, she shared that 30 years ago, she'd gone through a nasty breakup with her ex-husband. And as part of that separation, she was forced to leave her animals behind, something she never wanted and never fully processed. Since then, even being around new animals brought a wave of unresolved grief, guilt, and a sense of failure. Her nervous system wasn't just reacting to the present, it was still holding the pain of the past she hadn't been able to emotionally or physically complete. You see, her anxiety wasn't irrational. It was the body remembering loss. It was protective. It was grief. And once she gave that part of herself space to be seen, we processed that grief and all the emotion that came with it. Her nervous system started to soften, and she's feeling more present with her animals and less anxious. Another client came to me after trying every breathing technique and mindset tool, but still felt blindsided by panic in social gatherings. You see the crowds, the small talk, even being in a room full of people she knew would trigger a flood of anxiety. Her heart would race. She'd feel shaky or sick and desperate to escape. On the outside, nothing bad was happening, but her body was telling a different story. So when we gently explored her past, something became clear. Her body was reacting to old memories of being constantly criticized and put down by her dad. While growing up, anytime she spoke, he'd interrupt, correct her, or laugh. So her nervous system learned speaking is dangerous, being seen means being shamed. And even now, years later, in totally different situation, her body still braced for the same outcome. Her anxiety wasn't irrational. It was a survival response shaped by experiences where belonging never felt safe. When she began to understand this, everything shifted. She stopped blaming herself for freaking out and started responding with compassion. That's when true regulation and healing could begin. Do you see the thread here? Panic is not weakness. Panic is not overreacting. Panic is a body response to something your system hasn't yet resolved or released. When you understand this, you stop feeling broken and start feeling curious. The question becomes, what is my body still carrying? What am I still bracing against? What part of me never got to feel safe? And the incredible thing is, once we begin to listen to the body instead of fighting it, things starts to shift. If you've been stuck in a loop of fear, frustration, or feeling like nothing works, this is your invitation. You don't have to keep managing panic at the surface. You can start exploring what's underneath, gently with support. I offer a free 30-minute strategy call when we can talk about what you're experiencing and whether this trauma-informed nervous system approach could be the missing piece. There's no pressure, no obligation, just a calm, supportive space to begin exploring what your body has been trying to say all along. If you're ready to take the next step, click the link below to book your free strategy call, and I'd love to support you on your journey.